since 1996, except for 2020 and 2021 due to the COVID-19 pandemic. It's fair to say Australian drivers don't have a lot of success in their home event. In fact, an Australian has never won an Australian GP as part of the World Championship. Melbourne is the capital of the state of Victoria, located in southeastern Australia. As well as being known for hosting F1 annually, Melbourne also has a thriving live music scene. Driver facts of the day. The oldest F1 driver to start a race was Louis Chiron, who finished 6th at the 1955 Monaco Grand Prix. Louis was 55 years and 292 days at the time of the race. Modern F1 cars feature a turbocharged V6 hybrid power unit, which was introduced for the 2014 season. Initially, fans were somewhat unimpressed with the noise hybrid cars produced, but many younger fans will now likely regard V6s as the sound of the sport they've grown up loving. The efforts to increase sustainability and efficiency in Formula One engines or power units have been revised numerous times over the decades. Generally, regulations have seen a reduction in cylinders, RPM range and engine size. It wasn't uncommon to see 3.5-litre V12s with unrestricted RPM limits in the later 80s and early 90s, for instance. Lewis Hamilton has racked up some impressive achievements in his career. Just a few of these include having over 100 wins, over 100 pole positions, and the most wins ever on the state GP. Let's not forget Hamilton equalled Schumacher's 7 Drivers' Championships back in 2020, a record many thought would never be equalled or surpassed.
Alrighty. Alright, who's gonna start things off? Well, I thought maybe the Red Bull was out on a hot lap. Oh, man. Anzai invalidated, huh? Is he not pushing? Okay, now he is. Alright, why is nobody coming out? I'm so confused. Oh, it took 5 minutes, but somebody finally crossed the line. Alright, well, it's been 6 minutes and only 2 people have put a time in. Well, I'm glad nothing exciting is happening right now because I'm in the middle of eating, so. Ooh. Is this a little bit of teamwork? Ooh. That was nice. Both Ferrari drivers working together. Squirrel coming in, who doesn't think he's fast enough to race Tier 1, getting pole. Here we go. Always Josh coming in at the very end. Ooh. That's a close one from Josh. Alright, I promise I'm almost done eating. Ooh. That's both Gary and Rasha. Both invalidating. Let's see. The Squirrel, our current pole sitter, sitting in first. Squirrel. See if he can extend the gap from Josh there. Uh, Swirl improves by about a tenth. So Josh chose to retire, save his softs. With Huff about to start his. So Rasha coming in the end of Sector 3 to finish up his qualifying session. So Rasha improves. Oh. Wow, the gap from P4, 5, and 6. All three of those drivers, Rasha, Amaru, and Irish Bull, really close stuff. Ooh, Irish Bull making up not even shots. Went from P6 to P4. So now with qualifying session, everybody on a lap is going to be it. So Great Ace finishing his lap up. He's going to improve, pop himself up there to P9. Bonsai comes across. Ooh, jumps all the way up there to P4. Alright, I think that's gonna do it. We gotta wait for 2 cars. How long is this going to take? I don't know why they haven't fixed it to where you don't have to watch all this. Like, as soon as they enter the pit lane, it should just immediately end. Like, what are we waiting on? Is it raining? Oh, it was raining. Well, that's gonna wrap it up for qualifying. So we have Squirrel, Josh on our front row, followed by Huff, Bonsai, Irish Pool, Rasha, Maru, Senny, Polly, Great A, Scary, Jose, Michael, Black Spartan, Rocket, Deathstroke, Nico, KBT, and Dante. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 5 minutes to resume racing as everyone gets their strategies in order, and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Should be going racing any minute. Just a reminder, uh, for all of Season 10, that's all 13 races, there's going to be no hard tire allowed. So all drivers are only required to race on softs and mediums. So without the hard tire, that one-stop strategy becomes a little bit harder. It's still doable, but you definitely have to stretch those softs and mediums out quite a while. Maybe at a track like Silverstone, maybe, or Spa. Anything with a long pit lane, maybe. But other than that, the strategy most racers have been using has been a two-stopper with one pair of softs and two mediums. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. If there's no safety car, then yeah, the one-stopper has a chance. But if there's a safety car, then the one-stop strategy becomes a lot tougher. Any second now. Here we go. Hey, one of those lights isn't on. And away we go. Alright, so going into turn 1 here. Oh, whoops. We got trouble coming out of. We continue, not even a virtual. I'm. Anyway, we keep it going. So Squirrel started pole, still sitting there up in front. Josh did lose one spot there. Yeah, let me get some details up here. So far from position changes here. Nico with a really good start, moving up 5. Safety car, so we have an Aston Martin. My bad. But yeah, so Dante up 5 positions. A really good restart from him. Dante also up 4. Soft runners starting this race. Get those away. This virtual safety car has ended, so we resume racing. Not sure why the delta between Josh and Huff is a lap behind. Maybe it'll fix itself when they cross the line here. Alright, there we go. These mediums, surrounded by nothing but hard runners. He's gonna, I'm assuming for these first opening laps, just try to hang on. But he's out of DRS range already. That's by 2.5 seconds. So there is a 3-way battle. Actually, really more like a 2-way battle for first, with Josh just now slipping out of DRS. Let's for the pits already at the start of this race. We have a 3-car battle going for the lead, followed by a couple of trains right behind, with Jose in no man's land. Oh, actually, as Jose spins around the final corner, and he's going to get overtaken by that train that was behind him. That's 7 cars. We stay on board here with our 3 leaders. The battle for the podium happening right here. We have another spill. We got Death Stroke going in somewhere between turn 3 and turn 4, taking a spill. I suspect every single soft runner to come in right here. Might even see some double stacking here. Ferrari almost double stacked. So MFG decides to stay out along with Irish Bull. 2 of our soft runners maybe trying to gun for that one-stop strategy. All of our soft runners, besides MFG and Irish Bull, decide to come in. All 3 medium runners, in their best interest, decide to stay out. Is that a piece of... is that an end plate I see? Someone lost an end plate. We should have one more lap of this safety car before we go green. I'm glad everybody following the rules here. Nobody going on to the hards. Really don't want to see someone get a penalty for no reason. So MFG and Black Spartan deciding to go 1 lap later. such a good camera angle. The safety car in this. And I believe this is Huff that's going to start things off here for us. So, and he decides to go right after the final corner. A little bit of 3 wide action going down into turn 1. Oh. So no contact made from anybody that I see. I'm going to stay with Dante right here. He's got a good front row seat. And we have a spin from a Haas. He's going to make contact with Perfect Polly and the Ferrari. But that was Senni losing control going into turn 3, those cold tires. Still on board with Dante here. The front rows, they almost went 3 wide down this backstretch. I'm glad they didn't. A little bit of beating and banging, but nothing too harsh. Dante getting squeezed down there into the grass by Gary. Dante's going to go up the inside. Gotta make the pass happen. Now it looks like everyone is single file now. Around Irish Bull, no DRS here needed. As Josh also trying to get around Irish Bull there, going down into turn 3 as he breaks late, gets the move done perfectly. Irish Bull losing 2 positions. We hop on board with the Maru DRS range off the back of Nico, going around the outside for DRS. Very clean move from him. Nico losing another position there. We're gonna have a retirement. So Black Spartan's gonna be out of this race, no safety car. As we continue and go green here. Start of lap 9, only 1 safety car and 1 virtual so far. And there goes Nico losing another spot going down into turn 1. In the battle for the lead, Whirl and Huff. Oh, almost go too wide into the chicane. But Huff is gonna stay in first. Oh, actually, Whirl going down the outside. Gonna get the move done. Squirrel now back into the lead. I think we have another DNF down the Sector 2 backstretch. That's going to be Gary. The 3 DNFs. Already 1/3 of the race distance completed. And now our 3 podium drivers right here, up to 3.5 seconds of a lead from P3 to P4. Okay, yeah, that's why. So Irish Bull on some 9-lap-old softs. With 2 DNFs happening under green flag. I'm sure some of these drivers that are... who is it? There's 3 drivers who haven't pitted yet. I'm sure they could have really used a safety car right there. Yeah, both Nico, Irish Bull, and Great Ace could have really used it. Especially Irish Bull with 9-lap-old softs. I'm sure he's not liking that. So we go down to the start of lap 11, Huff. Right behind Squirrel's bumper. Deciding not to push it. So we do see pit stop, and he's not going to be too happy about that one. Okay, well, Sunny has some damage, so... We got a double Haas pit stop happening. Huff still all over the back of Squirrel here. He might have enough here this time, but I think I see Deathstroke coming out of turn 4, taking a spill on his own. That's gonna let Senny by. So Huff still not close enough to make the pass happen with DRS on the back of Squirrel there, as Josh is just watching. And now a 6.5 second gap from 3rd to 4th. Our 3 podium drivers right here, taking it easy. And it looks like we have a train going from P4 to P9, everyone really close to one another. So now Huff, using DRS, finally getting able to get around Squirrel there. So now Huff is your new leader. So KBT able to get around Rocket there. A little bit of help from DRS. Oh, and that bad line from Great Ace there is now Great Ace made a little bit of slight contact with that Ferrari. The Ferrari not even affected by it. But Great Ace picking up that wing damage as his end plate flies off. So Great Ace on 12-lap-old mediums might be coming into the pits this lap for another set and a wing repair. But Perfect Polly, the other driver he made contact with, also missing his end plate as well. The strain right here in the midfield is starting to separate a little bit. But now Rasha on the back of Bonsai. Both drivers with DRS as Rasha gets the move done. He sticks the landing and he's going to get himself in P6. Deathstroke just struggling out here as he takes a spill coming out of turn 3 again. So both Bonsai and Great Ace coming into the pits. Great Ace with a wing repair. Squirrel with all the speed. And Josh, nothing he can do, just sitting in third as our two leaders, Huff and Squirrel, deciding to play leapfrog with one another. All Josh can do at this point is just save his battery and try to be a tire whisperer at this point. Oh, Squirrel looks on the... They make contact. Is Josh going to be able to capitalize? Huff loses 2 positions. Back with Squirrel going down into the apex turn 1. And now Josh sees himself in P2. Mario being able to get around Dante there with the help of DRS. A little bit for P4. Uh-oh. Dante and Omaru still going at it. Dante with DRS, able to get Omaru there going into turn 3. Going down the inside, and Dante is going to get the pass. Now Dante again, a sitting duck, as Omaru behind him with DRS. Omaru going down the inside. Makes the pass happen easily. Oh, and we have a big crash. Oh, Omaru and Dante. Both cars going to DNF from this race. They made contact coming into that chicane, that left-hander. Sending both cars into the wall. I'm not sure if either of the Ferraris might have picked up some damage. Time penalty? I'm not sure where the Ferrari driver picked up one of those from. Those Mercedes drivers, no joke. Yeah, so both Ferrari drivers needing a wing replacement after that one. Whoa, what just happened? Whoa, what just happened to Huff? What are we... I think that's Bonsai right there, sitting on track. Seen that happen once before. Ugh. I don't even know what to make of that. So I think that was, I think that was Bonsai's Mercedes. I think Bonsai retired from the race, and then his car was sitting in pit lane. Huh. Yeah, I don't like that one. I don't like how the game did that. Bonsai did nothing wrong. If he wanted to retire in the pits, he has every right to do so. That is what you're supposed to do. But the game making him sit in pit lane is a bit weird. Ugh. I'm sure they're going to be talking about that in the Discord chat. That was weird. And now Deathstroke, having a miserable time, sees himself in P12. Sometimes you don't even have to be the fastest, all you gotta do is finish. ABT finding himself in P4. I did not have that on my bingo card. So Irish Bull on 7-lap-old mediums. Will go to the end. Not sure if safety car is going to come in this lap. Okay, yeah, safety car's in this lap. The end of lap 17. With Squirrel close behind. So Josh is going to get us going here. Deciding to go at the end of the final corner. And we resume racing. So now 2 safety cars and 1 virtual. Just 2/3 race distance completed. As expect, Josh and Squirrel here to take a little bit of a gap from Irish Bull, as Irish Bull's already out of DRS range on this opening lap. Rasha trying to look on the outside of B. They almost go too wide. KB letting him go through. Now Irish Bull, a little bit of a sitting duck here. So Irish Bull getting passed by the Ferrari of Rasha, sending him offline a little bit, and that's going to allow KB to look down the inside into turn 3. Going into that turn 3 corner. Now with DRS open. KBT trying to look down the inside of Irish Bull. Irish Bull with those 9-lap-old mediums not doing him any good. KBT gets the move done. Great Ace almost had him, but decided to back out. Going too wide through that chicane is never a good idea. And now, the battle for first here, now just down between Josh and Squirrel. Both on the same tire strategy as well, so no advantage given. It's now Rasha, the last person contending for the podium, almost 4 seconds behind the leaders, but well away from KBT's DRS range. So Irish Bull able to hold on to the back of KBT here as we go down into Sector 2's DRS. We have a little bit of a spill from Senny there. I'm trying to count all the turns. I don't know what turn that is. Anyway, Senny taking a little bit of a spill. Deathstroke still in the back there. I don't know if he was able to catch up to the safety car when we went green. So you don't need to be the quickest, you just need to survive, and you'll score points here. But with all eyes still on KBT, he's trying everything he can to pull away from Irish Bull. He's on those 11-lap-old mediums. I'm not sure if KBT even knows. But Irish Bull continues to hang on to the back of him here, despite the tire disadvantage that he's having. The Ferrari all over the back of him is Perfect Polly's trying to make a move for it, but he finds himself spinning. And on the inside apex of that corner, as he's going to get slammed into. I'm not sure who it was that hit him. So a little bit of contact made between Perfect Polly and Irish Bull. Alright, Great Ace, what are you doing here? A little unfortunate there. So Perfect Polly made contact with Irish Bull, sending him into a spin. And then nothing Polly could do. He was stuck there at the inside of that apex as he got slammed into. I'm not sure who hit him, but fortunate enough, no one DNF'd. That was a pretty hard lick. Oh, it was a virtual. Oh, I just noticed it was a virtual. Huh. Well then. Well, we continue to keep going here. We have, what, 4.5, 5.5 laps to go? Yeah, 5.5. Battle for the lead between Squirrel and Josh. It's almost a little bit of a stalemate. I'm sure both drivers are leapfrogging around each other. So it looks like everybody is extremely stretched out at the moment. We have a little bit of a 4-car battle here for P7 with all these soft runners. Oh, a little bit of a spill as Nico gets into the back of Rocket. Sending Rocket into a spin. That's going to allow Gray Ace to get on by. Now Senny, ooh, all over the back of Nico. Both drivers almost make contact. Senny decides to go on the outside. He makes the pass happen. And DRS still is going to pull away here. Nico might get DRS back on him though as we go down the front stretch after the final corner. And, ooh, Nico not in DRS range. So Irish Bull. I thought I saw he got around MFG, but MFG took it back from him. So the battle for P5, the medium runner and the soft runner. This battle continues. MFG might have the advantage on the last lap. Ooh, MFG not giving up here. I'm not sure why MFG was using all that battery. So we have a McLaren and a Haas battle for P5. And then another McLaren and a Haas battle for P9. Little constructors battle going on right here. 3 laps to go. So Rocket with a lap and a half to go, able to stay behind Senny in his DRS range, as Rocket's going to catch right back up to him. And he does have a penalty, so Rocket doesn't need to make the pass happen. He just needs to sit behind him. So with just over a lap and a half to go, I hope Deathstroke doesn't cause anything to happen here. So Squirrel running Deathstroke, the back marker. Doesn't look like he picked up damage. Maybe Deathstroke picked up something though. Maybe a little bit of rear wing damage. So with the rest of the field pretty strung out, no battles besides right here, what we're looking at, battle for P1. We go down into the last lap. Both drivers sitting on a lot of battery. For Josh sitting on 100%, Squirrel with about 75%. I'm sure both drivers absolutely draining it. Josh with a little bit more speed than Squirrel. Almost gets the switchback to happen. Comes into a little bit of contact with Josh. That switchback would have been beautiful. He was a little too close there as Josh. Yeah, looks like he's gonna win this one. We're gonna have Josh on the top step, followed by Squirrel. Wrap up the end of the podium here. A 14-second gap to the leaders. Josh and Squirrel were burning it down. As KBT crossed the line, he'll take P4. Irish Bull comes across the line, taking in P5. The Rocket not close enough to make the pass happen. Perfect Polly crosses the line, P6, followed by Great Ace, P7. Rocket, P8, MFG, P9, Lenny, P10. And that's going to do it for us here. IUF1, Tier 1, Round 1. Driver of the day, Kevin. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of discussion in Discord. So we have Josh coming out on top. It was behind Squirrel and Huff pretty much all race, but he'll see himself on the top step. So Josh, Squirrel, Rasha, that's your podium, followed by KBT, Irish Bull, Perfect Polly, Great Ace, Rocket, MFG, Senny, Nico, Deathstroke, Bonsai, Dante, Omaru, Gary, Black Spartan, Jose, and Huff, rounding out the rest of the field. So thank you for tuning in today. We'll be racing tomorrow. Australia. Thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you in the next one. See you.